right, we are gonna go into map 3. Let's go over to our casters because we got ourselves a series.
ZETA against Global.
Thank you very
Third
much,
map.
Victoria,
Ascent,
Aserai,
standard
and
comps.
Achilles. Yeah, this is exactly what we've
Sheriff,
got.
not
Same
so standard.
composition,
4
but
ghosts.
kind of like what Achilles said, you kind of want to focus on what is happening around the Jets as well. You do have Depp and Polvi, and we are expecting great things out.
ZETA look like they're going for something a little bit different. 3-person push or 3-person trap play over towards middle. We'll see.
Starting on that defender's side, I'm seeing, you know, both the flashes, if you include the paranoia in that equation, towards some kind of maybe tiles hit. I'm not sure. It looks like they're kind of thinking about it, and I think this is going to be a big-time tile scratch, especially with Laz's position there at short. We'll see if ZETA is going to be able to pull it off. But it's been sort of anticipated. That recon dart.
A recon goes in. Someone to shoot the recon wasn't the person with the sheriff, so they don't know that the sheriff is middle.
From ZETA, just on the back of that one dart, and not able to really pull off.
The default over towards A to pick up the orb.
A counter. That if GE went through there. Now they're just going to fan out across the map a bit, playing really.
Why isn't Fade played more on Ascent? It's just easier, especially like on defense. It's easier to recon from anywhere and like have a full back wall here. If it goes on the roof, it's slanted, you can't get everyone in lane, right? An eye up here could miss people lane. This wall is just so flat, you're always going to hit people lane. The drone is good, obviously, for taking lots of middle, but just the recon is just so good on this map, it's crazy.
Polvi already diving in, Depp trying to bypass this. As he tailwinds onto site.
2 people on site.
Angles are favoring ZETA Division for the time being.
Yeah, they just got a stack here. Do they even expect the guy back to site?
Oh! Circa Zero from stairs, though, gets shut down by Benkai too, and now it's a
holy
lineup for the shock dart.
Yeah, I was looking at the HP thinking, maybe. You see the comms coming in there, right? You saw the comms coming in there. It's like 20 HP, and what was the other guy on? And he was like, well, I can just get a shock here, and this is for sure a kill on at least one of them.
This is the ZETA we need to see. This is the ZETA we saw on Sunset, where they're reading the map incredibly well, and that's what gives them the advantage here. Laz is never really accounted for on
Depp
short.
did really good to dash and just get over towards the site, so they had a 3-person stack site with a pass and
He said he was funny.
He said a bad word.
with a pass and baiting over towards spawn as well. It's nice.
That's okay.
But that's kind of the ZETA that, yeah.
Okay, no pistols on Icebox, but they get a pistol here.
Almost as if it's a combination of both Sunset and Icebox. Getting a good read, but also playing really defensively.
Shouldn't be this accurate with no scoping.
Not necessarily overextended too much. It's just really early on. You've got the Marshal. Trying to pull it out in this skirmish. Laz has got his back. Lightning fast with the wide swing.
Not bad at all.
There to back him up.
Armor rebuy, gun
You're able
rebuy.
to keep all the important guns. Both Bulldogs, the Guardian, and a Spectre. You don't mind losing that Marshal in that round at all as ZETA Division.
This is also good enough money to buy an op. That's good. Also very close to knives pretty early on.
That gave GE a little bit of false confidence.
I just see an
Push
out.
forward. Try to reaggress the angle. That's fine. It's the ego. Challenge depth with the Marshal. Might get lucky. He lifts the shot and you can outdo him. But in that depth, they're able to buy enough time with his.
They buy an outlaw on attack. And there's 2 people that are one shot. I'm trying to just think of it from their POV. They heard a Bulldog.
See if they can keep it up.
They heard a Guardian.
It's also precisely
They could have heard the other Bulldog.
Discussing this,
Do they think they bought light armor with it?
The fact that this is Ascent, Global is the one that left it open. ZETA gets to
If you think
if
someone has a Bulldog, it's
starting
like
on defense on Ascent is such a big deal, given how the map is laid out. And they're just
okay. Who are the 2 people who can one shot? Jet.
Kind of.
Jet and Oi. I mean, at least the trade comes in, yeah. And that's still a big kill though. Like both a big kill.
Because all of a sudden, the 3 players on A are prepared.
Yeah, no pressure, which means you can take B main easy. Knife goes in, does hit one over towards A. That might be enough. Yeah, that might be enough pressure for them to now insta hit B. Recon comes in 1 second, might be perfect. Smoke in. Smoke in. Let's see how many you can get with the recon.
We do need Polvi to pop off in this moment. The initial entry. Oh, but he just gets tapped. Bit of a crouch. I mean, he had the outlaw, so that's what he was going for. But Yuron. Impeccable performance. Now Paranoia pushes
I mean, it's just the fact they have the outlaw is why they didn't smoke before.
Our observers caught it too. Depp going on a bit of a journey of his own. Alarm bot catches him.
Okay, I like this from depth though. Shoots the alarm bot, creates pressure like he's going back. Sorry, creates pressure like he's pushing behind, but then he goes back, right? So there's still be main pressure no matter what. No, I mean still be main pressure. They don't know who hit the alarm bot. Also, like from GE, the fact that they realized they're wrecked over towards site, they went aggro with a KO flash. Like both teams are doing good. Omen flash still for the retake.
They only have their positioning.
Whoa.
Rusto with the shot. Swings out a little, catches Hiroran after hearing that flash getting popped. Sugar Zero now, Paranoia just to buy a bit of time, but a safe space. Catches an unsuspecting Benkai, but now not enough time to defuse the spike. Walks straight into Russ.
Nice round from Russ. Good flash from him as well with the 4K.
And Russ is involved in every kill in that round.
Yeah, he did good. He did good. Still really costly though, right? 4 people that have to rebuy. We got I mean, only Russ can buy next round, or at least one person. I'll probably drop someone.
Cheeky positioning, trading off of his teammates, playing time very nicely. Go boys! That's a round that you definitely want to see out of your IGL for Global Esports.
Yeah, so we got
tremendous round, and he's got
that's it, right?
no command as his follow-up prize. So
yeah, I mean he died as well. So
the Blade Storm, of course,
only Depp, and Depp realized he had enough money for the op, but realizes they obviously go down so much that they don't have enough money that he buys Outlaw here. So he saves a lot, and then he has knives, and then he can buy op later. So a really nice buy. Yeah.
Yuran knows to walk away.
Knife from A main goes on short, hits Huron, so they know that there's a KO over towards A.
An Outlaw as well could potentially be used if you felt like it, but with half armors for side of GE.
They see the alarm bot on middle. They break it with a shock to make it look like it's from far back. They smoke over towards short to try and get a reaction. Any kind of util here. Drone goes middle. Take a lot of space. Nice default at the moment. Was a nice default.
Laz is ready to greet, along with
Laz did good.
And that Odin. So that's why
knife goes in. I'm not sure if it hit the Omen.
Just to kind of bait Global Esports into peeking down this pizza/market area. Funnels them in towards A short. As long as they can block off this entrance, they don't get to come in for an easy spike plant. ZETA should have
this. And it's a nice shift from ZETA. They do a nade to stop the hit. One person watches middle. Everyone shifts over 20 seconds. 3 people on site.
Yeah, you got one player can Paranoia in. Oh, Russ winning that.
Good shot. Yuran from behind though. Great timing with this Odin.
Damn.
But the double swing from Global Esports. They capture the site. They know where Yuran is.
The fact that Russ got that kill was huge. And then obviously Benkai did great.
Tries to make a quick move, but
wow, there's a lot of big jewels won here.
Global Esports
that could have backfired fast because Lightning Fast TP'd out into the open. Like if Russ doesn't get that kill, it's like 2K and the whole round's done.
To make it that much easier for him.
It's mad impact at the moment from Russ and Benkai. Oh no, he was in. Sorry, that's my bad. He was in the smoke. I didn't think the Lightning Fast had to smoke there.
Spot where he had to try to make the drop down. Got spotted by it. Makes it even easier for Benkai to react. Everybody else is fired up, and Benkai cool as a cucumber as usual.
Always.
Okay, Jet Knives, anything to enable this? Do they want to go aggro? Yes, they want to go aggro. They dodge the knife, they go for the vision, so they go for the Liquid Brazil strat. Omen flash, deep top mid, knives, bend it middle.
Figure it out from each other at this point. Which is, it's imperative that ZETA Division brings new flavors, especially in this Pacific Stage 1 matchup. Still very much aware and in position around this catwalk area.
People over towards A. Fake smokes out as well.
Walk through main. A couple players coming to reinforce towards top mid. Door's been shut. Should be an easy spike plan any second now.
That's nice to hit the knives as well.
Great timing on that. To buy a little bit extra time. Take that Blade Storm temporarily out of Depp's hands. Gundark has to be cleared. This looks like a phenomenal post plant setup for GE.
Oh. Clean and easy. You got players up around door, generator as well. Russ right underneath Hell.
Yeah, Russ is doing great at the moment. This was, I mean, nice try from ZETA. The strat makes sense.
Russ is having a good game on this map.
He's having an insane game. Absolutely one of the best maps we've seen from him so far since his move over to this global esports squad. Just really reading the map so well right now. RGE in general is not really allowing any shenanigans from that blade storm of depth to really find any value. And now Depp is able to
another big buy round. First time we get the op out, first time we get the Odin out.
On both sides as well, so
he's in for defense.
And then didn't need to use the lockdown for GE. The round was clean enough. They were able to find those picks early. So now they can really take their time with this. Be methodical on the map. A lot of attention.
Shock misses.
Zeta.
The potential alarm bot that was there, which gets a little bit forward. Recon goes in. So smoke goes middle, instant reaction, or recon goes in for them to try get kills over towards middle. Doesn't do too much.
Put some pressure towards B.
Other than give some info they're not mid.
Holy
shot.
Good flick.
You should run.
That was a little bit considering how deep the turret was, that was a little bit bold.
Throwing a couple of jabs, a couple of feints, trying to bait Zeta to peeking into them. The Odin now being fired off, but it just pushes Zeta Division a little bit further away as
GE looking kind of nice, to be honest. Everything's like really good right now.
From the shadows invested by Lightning Fast as well to secure Spike plant.
I think Zeta might have to consider a save pretty quickly.
And they gotta save. I think this money's already done. It doesn't matter about it.
Pressing forward though, I think he can't quite get out. Recon attacks him as well. Blaze King, good information. The Odin is firing off. Sugar Zero a couple of kills, but now when it comes down to it, you got 2 targets, Depp, and you've got an operator. Not an optimal situation to be in. So, oh my God!
Holy!
Tries to back out.
Hits him at the end here as well. Blaze King cleans up 3 with the Odin. Money's fully in the bin.
Just brilliant. GE so
yeah, another big buy round. They got to go down to an eco, and they're stacking up probably too many rounds, you would think.
And then the quick decision to invest the lockdown as well. Got the spike being rotated over immediately, and they're able
that was
to
a big risk from Laz on this early on.
Bypass any of the danger from those big guns.
And this might be a timeout to saying like you don't need to do some of these risks.
Honestly, I think Zeta,
I don't know if they felt like they had a read on something here, but especially when this team likes to attack up all the time. Like GE like to attack up like a Chinese team basically. Ovi's doing it pretty much every map.
Sitting in the back of boats, that's so tricky. Plus he's been great with his utility to set himself up.
It's tough to flush him out of that position unless you have the numbers to really deal with it, and Zeta just didn't have that in that scenario. So not only that, they've lost 4 rounds in a row now, Paperton. I feel like they should be bankrupt. So good timeout being called by Coach Carlisle, but he has to plan for the future. And that's the thing about this map, because Global Esports are in the lead now. This actually could be the first time that Global Esports takes down Zeta Division.
And they're very much on for it.
It's starting to look that way.
Especially when we look at how the buy rounds are gone.
You know, it was an overtime the last time these
two teams played on they're just overstepping in the buy rounds.
Certainly Zeta could bounce back, but right now again GE on these maps with the time and preparation that they've had in the offseason, done a really good job of kind of figuring out how they can expose the weaknesses of the way Zeta likes to play. And it felt like early on, you know, Zeta was gonna be able to read the map nicely, make some good rotations.
We got a trap play over towards A, turret spots. As the turret spots, KO flash goes in, double swing.
Just completely confusing Zeta. I don't know if they expected an op in that previous round, and
there we go in smoke
like
middle split.
So
yeah, this guy hears them A main, so this flash might be going early.
Sometimes it's just tough to read too.
Oh my God!
Oh, the knife goes in and he wanted to flash. You gotta take this duel.
Nano's trying to flush him out of position,
but
Russ just sprays
Russ
it down.
is popping everyone.
It's an anti-eco round, so all he's
I know it's eco, but that was still impressive.
No shots found from Zeta Division, except for the one. Now Polvi comes in. Additional information. Russ
yeah, and they did
because
he's low HP. They threw him over that op.
He's earned it. Although they might want to give it to someone else because he's already got the null command. So
yeah,
that. Give it to
pretty confident
yeah,
Benkai
exactly.
gets in a
Kind of like
sec.
this to go to Blaze King if possible.
Just locking out those
He's going for it.
There's
Respect.
the
Yeah, the third kill kind of came real fast.
Feeling
good
that one, popping
repo.
off on the stage. 5-2, Global Esports just having a grand old time.
He's been popping off on this map. I mean, this is a tricky position to be in. Getting caught in the frag. Whoa, whoa, what a transfer there. Absolutely nasty. Grabbing that op and they're fired up now. You better believe
Yeah,
it.
dude, the belief is
This is an
coming
important round
because
for
this is a
ultimates,
great start.
They have to stop
Every
the
single
bleeding.
buy round so
That's what
far.
the timeout was
They got to go up
for. It
against
has
4
to be.
ults though. They go Vision Strikers when they have 4 ults.
So off of it, they go on the offensive. Flashes sounded
that
all
is
throughout
really
the lobby,
bold.
but not too many kills. Only the one from Sugar Zero, as Global Esports expects it. They actually cut them down all the way from Catwalk. Les comes in to reinvestigate, but by this point, information's bad. Global Esports are gone.
Why?
In fact, they've wrapped around from A main, coming back in to secure the site.
I mean,
What's Vision Strikers? Like an aggro split
This has to
B.
be just a multi
Or an aggro B, basically. Like on
I
defense.
think GE is, after that
It's just
smoke,
like,
they're
we don't
considering
go
going, yeah, good, exactly.
But why would you do it when you
Or
have
at
so
least
many
waiting this
ults?
out a little bit longer.
Because they're
Russ
scared
has
of these
flashes.
ults.
Lightning fast as well.
They only had one of these ults.
They're trying to make Zeta Division think. Look, they're making them sweat paper thin.
It's really smart. Now with that knife, you kind of have a pretty good idea, but you have to be so careful. You know that op is still there. Oh, last what? A triple
Oh my
You said he was
bro.
going nuclear.
This guy
He
is
just
so
dropped a
sick.
bomb of Global
He's
Esports.
absolutely saved them. He has. If they win this round, if they win this map, it is literally all because of
It's
that
just
play.
unreal what Laz can do sometimes.
They would have lost that. They would have gone down to eco. At that point, it's 7-2.
Unstoppable.
Okay, let's break down how he just did it, though. Anticipating,
Crazy.
thinking that they might have doubled back into B, steps
Holy
back
hell, that's
through,
the biggest hero
and
play ever.
just because of, you know, the things
Killed
aligning
the
for
second
him,
guy
the flash
so
did not align
fast.
him.
That was the
He
main thing
manages
there.
to precisely pin down each and every one of his targets.
You don't have to use any ults in that round. I mean, you get the win on the back of one of the craziest 4Ks we've seen today. Just, I don't know. What do? I mean, hopefully GE doesn't get too rattled by that.
They're popping a
Trying to
lot of
clear open
ults
some
into
space.
this one. Big distraction, maybe
Get the
for the
kill
push.
off of
Who
that.
knows?
Benkai able to
Or at
use
least
that
get someone up
Hunter's
short.
Fury.
The good
Fall on the
reaction
other
on
side
this
of the
one,
map.
but you gotta look at Benkai. He has killed the person that reactively
Distraction, and Benkai wins
thought
the
it was
duel.
an A hit, so he pushed over towards B main after hearing the ults, and then Benkai just clears them up, and then we go through middle instead of going safe towards spawn, and then we die with the spike. Jesus, what's going on here?
A bit of pop flash from Hirodon now, and
Laz is back-to-back saving them, but there they had to at least be a smoke middle, or they had to go spawn.
And unless, you know, there's not that much he can do. Tries to jump over to throw
I
them
mean,
off
nicely
guard,
done once
but
again from Laz here. You
it's just
got
not
it. You
quite
got
enough. He
to
doesn't
say that
have
one.
enough
But
health
why
to
did they go
sustain
for
him
middle
through all that damage?
without a smoke?
Yeah. Don't mind the idea.
They had so much
at all,
time
but
on the board.
The only thing I'm concerned about now is you lost your counter to the lockdown, the easy counter. I mean, most teams have plans, right, these days, where they know where the lockdowns are going to be placed by the defenders.
Lineup.
Yeah, they have lineups for days.
Oh man, they had to at least be a
rely on that
smoke here,
KO.
surely.
In particular, a good fragment will take down that lockdown as long as it lands properly. Yeah, absolutely a good time for a timeout. Laz is getting fired up. Can't let that happen. Got to make sure you can stem the bleeding here. But
Oh, bro, it was
Zeta's
all
starting
like,
to throw a
it was
few
just,
different looks,
so
getting some big hero plays, but it's
Benkai
gonna take
kills
more than
B,
that to beat the
pushes
GE
over
squad.
towards B.
We saw
The
an
Jet should
Icebox.
then just chill on
good
short.
game
If
plans,
he's
good
already committed, he
executions.
should at least just hold
A lot
short
crisper
for anyone that's
for
pushing
GE
out.
than
He's
we
in a good
saw
position.
in kickoff.
Then he swings, trying to potentially get a timing, but I haven't heard anyone rotate. I could watch it again. Maybe one baited out footsteps.
Regardless of what the result is, of course. GE
And
fans
then
would be
they go
hoping
middle,
that Global
no
Esports
smoke
comes
mid,
up with the
so they
win.
die to Laz in
But
middle.
regardless,
It was
it really
like-
shows that throughout that offseason,
It's
throughout
this
Masters
domino
Madrid,
effect.
throughout Paper Thin being in the elevator with all these players.
I think the timeout's
everyone
really good though,
has,
because
worked on,
the
all of
mistakes,
these
like this
maps.
one,
And right
you could
now,
argue
Global
this was a
Esports
mistake
actually
with
look
him just being able to
evenly
dry
matched up
face
against
out
Zeta
door and not
Division,
get traded.
completely different from what we saw in
And then the
kickoff,
strict team I would agree with it.
last year.
But this one was like really bad.
Yeah, I'm really, really
So yeah, I think the
impressed.
timeout's good. Like two,
Again,
like this one you
it
could
wasn't
let
an
slip,
easy
so I
start,
understand no timeout here. This one you gotta make sure that everyone's just
looking amazing
thinking about
here.
what they're doing, not getting too carried away.
I
'Cause
believe
this is an insanely good
that
start,
now
and it still is. They just need to make sure
checking
they're
in,
just
a lot
not
of lot of utility just dumped in
Nothing.
towards mid.
They had to win
Nobody
2
there,
rounds,
nobody
and they
home.
keep all of their
So they're
ults
gonna take
still
their
as well.
time. Really spread out the
And the
map.
money that
Really
was like
try to get
crazy
an
good
idea
is
what
slowly
ZETA's doing. See if ZETA's going to go for any kind of aggressive pushes.
getting wrecked.
And nothing being given over. So you know you have a little bit of space, but it has to feel like a trap, right? Like you have to feel like they have some kind of pinch play, some kind of setup off the back of any contact they get.
Looks like GE
Sort
have
of default
had a
they're
good
kinda
read,
shifting
I would say,
back into
into
a
the
pretty
fact that
similar
when they create
position, and
pressure
that-
here, a lot of the time
So close with that
they like
outdoor
to,
moment,
like
but gonna
GE
move
likes,
his way
sorry,
back up
ZETA
that.
likes to
Pretty
reactively push and
unsettling.
fight here.
Both sides starting out at
Because that's not
defaults.
happening anymore in terms of them fighting. But they've also
Zeta
won
trying
2
to
rounds
get a
from
good
the
read on
fighting,
things,
so
but they're not
it's nice from
finding
GE,
out
at
too
least
much.
looking at the tendencies of
Well,
ZETA of how
on
they
the
like
other
to
hand,
play B main.
exactly. In all of these movements, there are some tiny gaps in Zeta's defenses, and it allows for Blaze to sneak into
30
such a
seconds
prime
left.
position. If someone tries
Time
to
is
rotate
real low on
over
this
from
one.
this,
Everyone is very
might be
far
catch and
away.
kill onto them. So a bit of attention brought towards A short now, and then
Hey,
Lero's
good luck to the
Huron
guys on site.
in towards Blaze
They could
King's
definitely do it.
crosshairs.
15 seconds.
Suddenly, Division feels the pressure, and both of the players try to hide inside of Hell. 10 seconds
Lovely
left
kill.
for Global Esports to get the
Got a
spike
guy under
down,
sight.
though, and Russ manages
Guy under
to get
sight.
it
Can
done.
he stop plant?
Blaze King still in such a great
planted.
spot. Does the
Whoa.
damage. Dep's still alive.
What's going on?
Able to shut down Polvi for the time being. Tries to swing out wide, but
Okay, it's all
Benkai
fine.
denies him any joy. Lockdown available, but I don't think Laz is going to be able to repeat that quad kill from before.
No, there just isn't going to be enough time. You would think. Yeah, he has to go for the save. Just not quite enough money.
Okay, let's check a
going
little
for it
bit.
just yet.
1-9 on
Definitely
all
wise
of
play here for
this.
Laz,
This would
but
be 2.
just too much space given.
He has
by Zeta
armor,
this
but he
time.
needs to
Those defaults
rebuy.
started out
Could drop a
good,
bulldog.
But then I'm not exactly sure, what's going through
Yeah,
the
they're
minds
definitely
of
buying
Zeta in that
into it.
moment when Huron shifts back to their spawn, and he's holding that down. I mean, with all that pressure into mid, I think they felt like that was going to be the weaker part of the map, the part of the map where GE might explore. But Blaze King, a savvy veteran. Blaze King has been around since basically day one of Valorant, guys. Like, if you don't know, he's been playing
Previous games and everything.
He's been to international
Boom
events a long time
esports
ago.
and so on and so forth.
Exactly.
Everywhere.
This guy's smart as heck. And he ruins.
Bro, what the fuck
Zeta's
am I there,
round.
bro?
Careful of the checks, right? Yeah. He has no, how did I even get in through tree into window and just
That's such a
sometimes it
good
just
clip,
happens
man.
that way. Zeta Division, a little bit unlucky in
So
that.
funny.
But like you mentioned, the main factor is still that too much space was given up.
Yep.
So we want to see them being a little bit more proactive, but down to the last 2 rounds of the first half now.
And to try to accomplish that, they're going to put Depp in this position at short again. Trying to use this cubby to see if he can catch anybody. Getting a little
Must
bit
win
too
rounds.
ambitious, seeing
The
if
Zeta
maybe
really.
GE gets a little
Obviously,
overconfident
only one
from
more
the
in it,
space
but they
were
would have
taking the
horrible
previous
loss
round.
bonus,
But
like 2-4 on
Colby
top of this.
there,
Everyone's saying about
Depp might be in
2-5.
Ooh, okay.
Okay, he gets
Good
out
little
of there
chip.
as well.
Managed to sneak away. But that's again the thing
The
about
tendencies
this
again of
entire map
Zeta
pick is
holding
the
over
fact that
towards B
feels a
heavy.
little bit
Aggro is
defender-sided,
still here. So it
and
definitely was a
if
read
you
they
allow
had
for
because
Global Esports
Zeta
to
is
come
still
up with
doing it a
such
little bit.
strong advantage. If this first half ends in an 8-4, Zeta Division might be in trouble.
Well, they went in to try and break
Very
the turret.
crucial for them
They
to
know
come
they
from
get
some
shot
wins
and
right
they probably
now.
want to break the
I
turret,
think
so they
that's also
decide to
why
go
they're playing
aggro
it
to
really
break the
safe.
turret.
They don't want
And
to
Laz
pull up any risks. If
Spike
anything,
down B.
minimal
takes
risk,
down
peek
one
at
and
the right
gets out of
times.
there.
Laz is able to
So that was
secure
nice.
surprise
Shot
kills
the
like that.
shot the molly because we shot the molly. They still wanted to create B pressure
Yeah.
and
You can see
kill
they're
because of it.
really trying to buy a little
Over
bit
back
of
at
extra
alarm bot,
time.
and they've
That's
been
a great
moving the
alarm
alarm bot
bot.
a lot, so it doesn't
Deeper
get
than
hit by the
normal.
recon.
That's gonna catch
Sorry, the
Colby,
shock.
give him a little bit more of
Omen
information
all, and they
on
stick
what
the
he plays
Omen
call
all.
from, and Laz plays it so well.
20 seconds.
Paranoia as well.
Omen flash
They are
hit
kind of
both.
funneled in towards alley. Laz, very safe. Nobody pushed out too far, and he's just holding it down.
B.
Third kill coming
10
through. Shut
seconds
down by
left.
lightning fast in the 7th,
have the
though.
spike.
Oh! 5 seconds left. Blaze King has to push in.
Good
Nose
luck.
one is up by Boathouse. Goes in front of Plant instead. Sugar
Nice and
Zero
simple
just
for them, nice and
swings
easy.
Gets the kill. No time for Global
Yeah, I like this
Esports.
though. This all
Zeta
kind of snowballed
Division
because of like
trying
what
to
happened
get
over
out
towards
score.
B, right?
There you go.
If
There's
this
Zeta
molly
putting a
kills
little
the
bit more
turret,
pressure
they
on
feel
the
like
map
they don't need
in
to
a couple
push B
different
control,
parts.
and maybe they've
That
changed
makes
their
their
mid-round
lives
call.
a little bit easier. Great awareness here from Laz. Had been placing his alarm bot further up towards the stairs of mid. Pulls it back this time, and yeah, now Laz is getting fired up. Now you can see a little bit of that energy, a little bit of that passion coming through
Placing swamp
for the
grenade.
It's almost
veteran.
like Yeah, that calm anime character, you know, before that, it just doesn't do too much. He's happy, like, nice. But now, like, he has to show his final form. He starts to...
They shoot the recon anyway.
Well,
Sorry, they shoot the molly anyway.
Which he doesn't...
I'm having so much trouble with that.
His pop-offs aren't, like, very grandiose. But when he's
Flash comes in. Oh, it's a great KO flash.
Oh. Bit of a trade. Yuran able to take down his counterpart.
Oh, it's kind of close. They got info that there's two people here as well, so it is good info, and they know they did good damage to Benkai.
You know, the head-to-head would have been between
They lost over as well. It's a big
but
kill.
Instead, you know, we were seeing moments of greatness from players like Blaze King, players like Russ and Laz. Both IGLs doing so much and performing right now. Laz trying to sneak away with some of these sneaky angles.
Oh,
minimal risk factor.
Oh, 10 HP, and he has ult. It's like such a big life to keep alive.
Odin's still firing away.
Benkai gets a plant, he gets his ult, so they should probably throw that across. Oh, they don't feel confident enough to throw it across. Benkai needs to get a kill. Lightning fast, plays close because they know Killjoy ults here, so tries to make a hero play. Makes sense in a 3v4. He has no idea where this gun shot.
Forces the paranoia out. Stuck in an animation. The rumbling of the Odin fires away, but Sugar Zero simply
Yeah, nicely done from ZETA on this one, really.
Peak accurate moments, and with the final shot.
6? I mean, GE should still be happy with 6. Obviously, it was 6-2, and they could have. I mean, 6-2 was a 5-2. Could have done a lot better. 6 is very good still.
A little too fast for his own good, where he pulled the trigger just a little bit too soon, and that gave Zeta
Killjoy
the
should
ability
have planted.
to quickly
Yeah.
cover.
Yeah.
And
In the full V3.
What to do there, where they're able to at least get a trade out of it. And then you force that flood, where they have to get through that door.
It's hard though, because they think they might fast retake, but because they have the Killjoy ult, they're not likely to fast retake, so I think you can do it. Unless the comms came in that they were 1 away.
Interestingly enough, the last time these
So they could have been giving the other team like full respect, thinking they're 1 away. That they were going to throw the spike across.
Are we destined for yet another Zeta overtime on Ascent? Sure feels that way, doesn't it?
It definitely does. Both teams feeling equally matched right now. But of course, it's a bit of
what happened on Sunset? Oh man, it was a slaughter.
Once you go into that second half, you swap sides, and Zeta Division has to attack. We've seen it before, how many executes they've got, especially when you've got players like Deb. You know, he'll do things like Tailwind and updraft up to the top of Generator on A site. Perhaps even into B as well, sneaking past Alley.
Well, it's one of the things. Has to be prepared. Yeah, no doubt about it. I fully agree with you, and I was going to build on what you're saying. It's one of the things that makes Deb
everyone,
such a good
Sheriff
player,
each,
he takes advantage
Frenzy,
of the terrain
3 ghosts.
He's so good with
okay, they don't have much
as
detail.
part of his game. Now, on the other side of the coin, I really liked GE investing in that operator early on their attacker side. It put so much pressure on Zeta, forced them to play further back than they'd probably like. And that was a big part of, I think, what allowed them to string those rounds together. So let's see if Polvi can get into another early operator and really try to shut Zeta out of this half.
Especially on this defense. That's where the operator shines the most. Of course, you got to get to that part first. And the pistol is where things kick off.
Sloppy, yeah, that's interesting. I might have to do that. I might just do streams where I just watch some content as well, if people want that.
Lightning fast already with the paranoia. This could be huge.
Contact of the turret, flash goes in. Oh
no.
My goodness.
Last opening pick. Depp just ignoring Benkai. They know they have the sight.
Look at these flanks. Oh, they're ready.
Yeah, the bait came in. The tunnel vision was here.
And he's still watching the angles. Depp has his back watching.
They have so much map control.
Players try to rotate through from stairs. Blaze King able
Blaze King's kind of low HP. They have a Frenzy as well with the Frenzy closed door.
Hiroran tries to get further information, suppresses them at that 0 point.
I mean, Ross needs to go massive.
Where could these players be positioned?
That's great info. It's going to take some fancy shooting.
And you know it's these
a nice recon, clears over towards doors. They can all focus heaven.
Perhaps into hell too. But without the kills, without
yeah, Ross had to kill that guy Jenny there for sure.
Can't make their way into sight. Global Esports,
hey, nicely done. That's double pistol on this map.
Losing out in the pistol, and what a way for Zeta Division to pick up on these entries.
Yeah, that was, again, I like the idea from Global Esports. I really, really do. they try to do a really fast flank, but this time Zeta's got their heads on. Like they're so ready for this. That opening shot by Laz. I thought Lightning Fast did a pretty good job with his paranoia. He got the catch onto Depp and was instantly ready for the follow-up, but Laz just able to beat him there. You know, Laz with a Sheriff, a fearsome foe, no doubt about it. It's all classics for GE. No investment at all. One rifle for Depp in terms of the full rifle, and then a couple Bulldogs.
I think that's the thing too.
This
Is
is
just the
stack
fact
here, though.
that Les is starting to have a much better game. Not only the pathing and the entries, but global esports.
See the turret. One
not quite
person
able
fighting.
to retake now.
Oh, okay, there
the
we go.
setups,
It's
though,
the
again.
double swing. I mean, that's a nice thing.
Swinging off of turret contact, Pulvi picks up the kill. That's the rifle being dropped.
That's a Phantom, yeah. They're able to get it back, but Depp a little overeager there, a little
Laz
ambitious to clear that turret.
thinks that they stack over
He's the
towards
price,
A.
so
Ghost
stuck around
can
just
definitely
long
take
enough
some
for Pulvi to punish
risks,
him.
but now wants to wait for his
Now it's
team.
gonna be shift over to the other side. Laz trying to work this door. Gonna have to wait a bit. He's starting to get in.
Oh
Is he
boy.
gonna read the position?
If Russ kills one, he's done
Has to
incredible.
anticipate it. Look
There we
at
go.
Russ.
Can he get more?
So
He has a flash.
Pristine timing. Gets the shot onto Laz now. Still plays around the boxes.
Oh,
Couple of shots,
Look at
and
this.
he's just
Oh, he did
doing
really
enough
good.
to chip them down bit by bit. The rest of the global esports players are still
yeah,
on
this is a
pistols,
scary
so
round though.
they're not out of the woods yet.
They have a drone to retake, drone and
Mankind
recon.
might go through for a walkabout through B main, but instead they're just gonna deathball it. See if this can get over the line with these guns that Zeta has.
See what Uran's recon's like.
Double back. Good recon.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Not
tiny
good.
tags with the ghost too. Timer is still ticking away. Blind shots being fired down through that dark cover. Hirodon, another kill in. Lightning Fast trying to do as much damage as possible.
A little
but
bit close though. Really
knowing
good
where he
damage
would be,
from
just a bit
GE.
of a
They
pre-fire
should be happy with that.
Zeta picks up the second round in the second half.
It's still a tremendous
Big buy round.
eco, especially with just classics invested, to take, you know,
So many, 3 guns.
so many guns away. Right, you're only able to keep 2 for the side of Zeta. So honestly, that's a pretty big win for global esports, in my opinion.
It was a
Doing
huge
the
one.
best they can with what they had.
Yeah, they did really
and
good.
making it very uncomfortable for Zeta throughout.
I mean, again, those setups, you know, playing off of the Killjoy turret from Benkai.
There was about to be
Russ
3 people
just
that he couldn't
incredibly
one-shot,
safe
but then
and
he
sharp with
changed
that
armor at
classic
the end
too.
here. Olvi has
Global
3
esports
people
are
that he can just
definitely making this.
insta-pop.
They're making Zeta Division work. And I talked about it before, it's this attacking side, because you need to consider some of these positions. Depp cannot make such risky plays like he did.
And this Outlaw is going to get a ton of
Yeah,
value.
nicely done on this.
Only half
They've
armor.
instantly
Or
cleared the
less.
fact that he's not facing, and there
everybody
was
but
pressure
Depp
over towards A main at the beginning.
He's below the
The
armor
Zeta
threshold.
really do have a great timing at the moment.
It's starting to look like Zeta
Okay,
are slowing things
I
down.
know
similar
that
to
def
what
couldn't
we
have been
saw
much
last
better,
year.
as weird as that
And
sounds.
again, in all these tiny little gaps, tiny little lapses and moments, global esports pushes up.
And they shot the recon. This is a
Burning off
clear
reloaded now.
sight, and they have
Expecting the deep
the low
push,
guns that are
eventually
pretty
the
good at
shot guard
close
comes in
distance.
to clear him
Not
off
saying
that
they're going to
angle,
win
but
this, but I'm
nobody
saying
holding
they're in
main
a great
for
position.
Zeta.
Omen Flash and
Full on.
drone.
Just going to stack the site, try to catch them on these
Trigger
entries.
Zero has a smoke as well. We'll see where that
This
one
is
goes.
usually pretty tricky to pull off without that other angle. But of course, with the weaponry, they have the stingers.
Good smoke too. This is a very interesting one. If they push downstairs, they will get clipped.
Oh, through the
So that's why
smoke?
most of them will try to go around the other side.
Oh, the timing.
Depp trying to catch them on the timing. Here's
Down.
the reload. Okay, 15 left in the magazine. Hirodon with that Phantom making it sing.
Oh, that's
Zeta
wild,
Division
man. The
convert
call worked
the
out
bonus
so
off of some
perfect.
smart
Once
decisions.
Polvi got this
Yeah.
kill, like there
It
was
looked
no
like
one
it might
else
be
in
pretty
this
tricky,
area,
like they
and
might just
because
try
they
to
did
hold those
early
angles,
A pressure
but
with
Depp is
numbers,
no
they just
fear.
thought they were all over
Time
towards
we saw
A,
in
so
the
they
previous round
shifted
when he
one
died trying to
over,
clear a turret. This
and we
round it
just
works
played
out, 'cause
retake
like
with
you said,
one,
he
and
burned
then,
that reload
I mean, that kill was massive.
as he was pushing forward, was able to capitalize on that timing, and then Hirodon, oh my word,
What?
hits Polvi
Mid
right
dash.
as he's coming out of the dash.
Wow.
Oh my goodness, Hirodon.
That's
Hey.
Bonkers.
it's not easy to like. You have to time it. What?
I don't, dude. That's some reflexes. That's that rookie advantage you have. Jeez, Louise.
So Again, now back into it. Well, we do have some rookies coming through. They've got these reflexes. You've got experienced players in the form of Russ, and you can see that he's trying to command the team, delegate some tasks.
How are the games so far? First map wasn't great, but ever since then, been pretty decent.
Being called.
Yeah, the IGL, it looks like the coaches are going to trust in Russ, who's having a phenomenal map.
Both teams look better than kickoff, so that's like a...
his team back into this one. 16-10
that's
and
a
11
good sign.
is a tremendous scoreline for a KO. Maybe still some more damage to be done. Half armors and a few weaker rifles with the Guardian and the Bulldog in the mix. Yudan going to be going for the Odin, as kind of interesting on the attacker side to see one this early, but the money good enough now for Zeta. I was kind of curious if Depp was going to maybe try to...
If they lose this, it's kind of dumb.
In terms of the opping battle on the
6,
attacker
11,
side,
6,
Depp
yeah.
just going to stick with the rifles. Lightning fast. Going to be
The
bullied off
big
of his angle with
rounds.
some
This
util.
money's out of control.
Zeta,
You're on... Takes the dink somewhere.
interesting setup here.
If
Gonna
it's
keep
what we
that
just saw at the middle.
turret there to keep an eye on that positioning at short. Now start to spread the map. Great alarm bot placement, expecting Ben Kai. He wants to get out on those lurks early, and Zeta knows it.
Very least, Depp trying
What's
to stay
the calling like? They found an alarm bot there, and looking a little bit similar to the last rounds where
are nowhere to be found.
I
love that they're
confident with the info of the alarm bot being here and a default towards middle in terms of the recon seeing too, that they were looking for an A split. If this alarm bot went down, it would be different.
A
But
lot of diligence. Be noting
Oh,
the turret.
Okay. Doesn't see
Just to
Depp,
make
though.
sure. Yeah, no, that's kind of interesting, and Depp's going to try to use that to his advantage. And look at how much.
I think Laz
they're
just
giving.
threw
Now,
a
he's still the alarm
molly,
bot, so-
and the molly broke the turret that was facing B main, so they create a lot of pressure over towards B main, but that time is low, looks like
But
a
it's
B
that
split.
setup.
And
There they go.
Laz
Now the green light
is,
is
I mean,
lit.
Benkai, sorry, is in a pause that
Benkai,
is pretty
perfect
strong right
position
now.
to shut them down. Tries to stay
one
tucked away under logs.
Oh,
Pop
boy.
blast through though. He's completely blinded, but they didn't catch him. Benkai, a triple kill, goes in for the spray. Depp just sprays
Bro,
him
they
down
just-
instead.
they
Lightning
just
Fast
fully
goes
missed
in
him.
for the transfer, and he manages to save the round for Global Esports. What a play!
I love it.
Was one.
Benkai.
Shenanigans.
I know, he wasn't allowed to have his little lurk out of B that he wanted, and instead he just tucks himself in that corner. A great one way to set him up from Lightning Fast as well. They never catch glimpses
How did
of
they
him,
miss
as they
him?
have to
I
jump
mean, I
through
think the
that
guy was
smoke.
turning his own flash when he ran
They
in.
try to bully their way in and almost get it. That patience, phenomenal there for Global Esports. Now, a little bit deeper into the pocketbook, Zeta have to go. Not quite at a point where they're not going to have a bye for the next round, but the Odin spam duel,
Right here.
not going to find any value for either side, really. Shock dart as well. Let's see if they can
Right
find
here.
any damage. Here's that turret. He wants to try to clear it. He's so close. He's so close.
Not quite lining
He
it
caught Laz with a little bit of damage, though.
True.
Gotta pay attention to this also. Like, they win one round, but so many people go
there
down.
are these rounds where we just see Zeta Division like kind of getting a good read for things, good ideas.
The,
you know, baiting some
savage
players
rounds
away, trying to keep
to
them
lose.
around A short, and then the execution. But it kind of falls apart when some of these
Damn,
tiny
bro.
little corners
Respect.
aren't cleared, and Lightning Fast gets to cut
Wow,
you down as
what
you
a
try to
third.
cross. He gets 3 kills.
One enemy remaining.
3.
Oh, it's actually unlocked.
Now Polvi chimes
Damn, that
back
was nice.
in,
How'd you
and
get the
it's
third
just a
one here?
Feast for Global Esports.
Beautiful stuff. Lightning Fast this time playing a little bit further back off that angle than we'd seen previously. Just able to find the spray down. You know, Zeta not really trying to disguise their movement in that situation. The turret gets cleared on the other side of the map, and that was the go signal for Zeta. They think, okay, well, maybe they're trying to flank. Maybe they're trying to push space, so, you know, we probably got a couple of them over there.
Sorry, I
Let's
missed
see if
the
we can
jump.
take advantage of that. Let's see if we can use these numbers advantage, but Lightning Fast just
Didn't see
have
anyone.
none of it.
Yeah.
Lightning Fast.
The decision
we
to not
thought that
flash
Laz
there,
was
yeah,
very
it
good,
paid
but now
off
he's starting to pull
heavy.
off, and the other
Heavy.
side is the one that's starting to heat
They
up.
didn't show the third anyway? Oh, okay, well
Benkai,
then I
Lightning
didn't miss it.
Fast, Russ has been
We all
just
missed it.
reading things all day, especially off of that previous timeout. Now, Coach Carlisle wants to have a say in this. Zeta needs to adjust something around it. Their attack, again, ideas have been good. Some tiny corners not checked. And then now, when they want to put the pedal on the metal. They want to go faster. They're not quite able to catch the right timing on it. Lightning Fast gets to cut them down as they try
Honestly,
to cross.
not wrong.
Exactly.
Not wrong, Lexi,
It's
for that.
one or two things that they're missing.
Yeah, it is those small things, and those cost you rounds at this level. You have to be so diligent, and ZETA just tries to see if they can use some speed and some timing to get over the line.
Okay, let's see. Money low, so the timeout goes in because it's about to snowball out of control. GE starting to build up a bank.
GE's got to be right up there.
3 ults,
So many
must win.
high IQ players in terms of Valorant game sense.
Especially this year.
Yes, especially this year.
Amazing stuff. ZETA Division trying to adjust back around it. Trying to sneak up all the way through. Maybe a bit of a fake as the spike is actually being committed towards B. A lot of movement from
Fake
them,
up
they don't
short.
find anything. Russ tries to punish and catch them.
Oh man, he
But
was
Yudon
not
actually
expecting it
anticipates
to
it
be
too.
a fake. The rotate
Now
came
going
in and
for
the
the
push
kill
came
towards
from
the
middle.
Benkai.
He was so sure they were going up
B-split
short.
happening right underneath our noses. You've got the from the shadows.
Ah,
on
it's so
Sugar's here.
costly.
He catches lightning fast.
Oh, he's having such a good game
All of a
up
sudden,
until
Global
then.
Esports and their setups have been dismantled.
Yeah, it's
Planted.
Everyone
unfortunate for Russ.
alive as well. They really want to keep everyone alive for their money. And this is one of those moments where these two should want to try and do damage. Like 1 or 2 kills would be pretty big.
That gets him fired up. They're able to keep Benkai at bay using the combination of him and the updraft from Depp. That's basically them barreling in. Sugar Zero finds one along the way on site, and that's all she wrote. GE gonna have to go for the save at this
Yeah,
point.
you would imagine
Not
the
much
Zeta are
left
on
to be
top of
done.
this and
There's
they
enough
don't want to
money for
hunt
another buy,
either and they
sure,
should just get out of there.
You don't want to give away the bank at this point. You need
Very
to
nice.
hold on to that cash. There's still a lot of rounds that are likely to be played.
Good timeout from Coach Carlisle, though. Really
Hasty,
shows,
thank you for that, man.
This is what ZETA was kind
Thank
of
you for
thinking.
saying
This
that.
is why he was the coach
Come
that's
in.
brought in
Let's go.
for this
I
team.
got things to do.
They had
Here.
that similar idea a couple rounds ago
Careful.
to sell a bit of a fake towards A short and then B split, but something was amiss this time.
Okay.
Being able to get the kill on towards Russ, being able to teleport towards the back of Lightning Fast, securing B site, that's what they needed.
An important round. Do have the
Yeah, there's
tic-tac-toe
been a lot of
counter
important rounds back to back, really. Like, there's
lockdown
been
when
so
Euron's still
close to
sitting on
money
his-
getting reset, but everyone that
still
is
sitting
about
on
to
his
get
Hunter's
reset
Fury.
wins
Get it
the
on.
rounds.
Let's have a null command. There he goes. They're gonna pop it. They're
Arse
gonna
B split,
really
3
try to
people
bully
here
their
though.
way in through.
Isn't too bad for G.
Just running and gunning. Russ stays
Ah,
tucked
he was
away
so
in it.
sure that a
but
flash was coming.
anti-flash does not work out. But hello, Blaze King. Oh, he's gonna get wall banged instead by Depp.
Gonna res him.
And this is a free
They didn't
res.
hear it. I don't think they heard it.
Alright. Managed to pick it up. Global Esports just does not have an advantage at all in this situation. It's too risky to push out of defender spawn. Can't quite use the lockdown. No kills going their way. Even have
Yeah,
that
dude, I wonder if,
recon going
you know
right
this
underneath
guy
that
was
guy's
spamming
feet.
spawn?
He's
I know
gonna
it was
have to
like a
back out of
bait. I
there.
wonder if this
Yeah,
guy doesn't spam
money's
spawn, if
getting a
he
little bit
right clicks a
dire
flash
for
here.
GE and a save.
Oh,
And then the
man.
anti-flash works. I would love to know why he didn't
that's-
flash. Can't really be.
Oh,
I can't blame him
no.
too much for playing anti-flash here. Like, it should normally get
With
flashed.
that, a Pulsar flawless win coming in from ZETA Division. Now the smell of the game,
That's the
smell of
money
victory
wrecked, right? 2 people?
slowly,
Yeah, these 2 are wrecked.
slipping away
2
from
people on
Global
5-8
Esports'
though, they
grasp.
have
Well, they're gonna have to
knives.
make an adjustment 'cause these
Yeah,
mid
only one
pushes
person
have
gets
been
wrecked.
devastating.
Man, that
Last
looks like
2
such
rounds
a
have been
savage
mid-hits
replay.
for ZETA. That's what's
That
broken
looks
open
like
this
such a
B site for
savage
them.
replay. He's just
Laz
hugging a
so
wall.
good on these off angles, so good at keeping your flank secure time and time again. And ZETA 2 rounds away from taking
What
this
is the
win.
hit? The hit is a
Locked down to their
backup
own
judge for
Hunter's
knives
Fury
and a
as well still.
bulldog. Not too
Keep
bad.
Benkai's lockdown in check. No Hunter's Fury just yet for Blaze King. A couple orbs away.
You don't really want to.
Oh, pinch over towards middle. Nice flash. But yeah, he gets wrecked on this one. Is there a trade? Yes, there
Russ
is.
Russ makes it a trade, indeed, on towards
Jesus.
Step as well. You do have these ultimates set up for the retake, but they're trying to be a little bit proactive on it to get
Yeah, there's a lot of
information
important
as
ults
well
up.
as to deal a bit of damage towards ZETA Division. without depth, the executes are going to be that much more difficult on the attack.
Exactly. So you're really going to have to rely on this.
Pretty
lockdown,
nice
I
from
think,
Russ.
from Labs,
Drone
and I
goes
think that might
in.
be why they're
No one
thinking
close
about
to
A,
hear the
tucking
drone. The thing that might ruin this is the fact they smoked middle.
So smart, but I think they're sort of
Okay,
aware. It
maybe
doesn't
not.
matter. He's just better.
Yeah, this smoke's gonna go soon, so.
Tap. Knows he's in a bit of a tough spot now. Yuran catches him out. That does show that he already had a bit of an idea as to what some of these Zeta Division players are about to do.
30 seconds left.
But now that he's gone, numbers evened out. Zeta gets to
You take
barrel
away his
through.
alarm bot just in case
Global
someone
Esports
was
don't
close to
quite
hear
have
the alarm
numbers
bot get
to
taken
reinforce
away, so
the
they
site
stack
safely.
A. I think so.
You'd like to see Yuran be so careful. An early lockdown, anticipating this
idea.
pressure. Yeah, this is a good time for it. Yes, you can clear it, but this buys you a little bit
Yeah,
of
I'm
time
not even
to
sure he
get over.
needed it for this, but
Seconds left.
they had a safe route over towards site.
Trying
It
to
at least creates
make
pressure
sure
that there could be
spike
people close, I
planted
guess.
safely.
You should run.
Laz his own lockdown now. Global Esports has
Oh,
to
that
push
was a
up front
lovely
and try
Omen
and
flash.
Catch him by surprise along with his paranoia. Wall
And they gotta
bangs in.
respect it after that Omen flash,
Counter
right?
wall bang from Yuran.
Last
Pushing out at the
player
right
standing.
time around
Oh.
stairs, and the trade's
Yeah, I
coming
think once the
through.
Omen flash
Yuran
hits you, you have to respect
looking
that.
for the final
Whoa.
player who
Whoa.
is detained. He actually just slips right past.
He doesn't know.
Oh God, Ben. Oh,
Holy.
not enough health. Very close to it.
was
Almost
close.
winnable for Global Esports, but nonetheless,
Yeah, he
with
tucked
the
in the
right
corner and the
ideas,
guy just
with
thought he was like
enough
trying to run
resources,
out of the
Zeta
zone,
Division
basically.
pulls themselves over right to the edge
4
of the
chances to
finish
end
line.
this.
There's two rookie
Man,
things
it's
happening in that moment.
5-2 at one
you
point.
don't recognize where Ben Kai could be sitting with that detain. The other is the flick after he got. So
Enemy.
it works out in the end. I mean, again, Zeta anticipating. He's just hello, give him the peace sign.
Placing swarm grenade.
But yeah, that's good stuff from Zeta. They're able to get into it, and the Hunter's Fury coming in, trying to shut this all down. But Death still able to find Benkai.
This is
Leo
where
and did a
Zeta
good amount of
Division
damage
just
on this.
goes in
KO
full
flash.
force, no fear. Great execute.
He is so committed and the drone hits him.
Benkai not quite able to defend all that too well.
No.
Oh, what is that?
There's no way.
2 kills back to back now onto the third.
Dude, he
Lightning
was
Fast
tagged
shuts
with
him
the
down, but
drone.
the damage has been done.
I was so sure he goes
Zeta
down, he gets
Division
2. That's just the game.
right up towards the edge of
That
it,
was sick.
looking for the closing play.
Shadows trapped.
Lightning Fast wants to deny.
Wait,
Smokes
Omen had
off
flash
the
hit all 3.
spike. Blaze King
Wait,
pushing
didn't I hit
in.
this close guy?
First heads up duel goes his way. A second kill now under his
Player
belt.
standing.
Lightning Fast pushing along with his teammate who has fallen now. Sugar Zero trying to stay tucked away and hidden. Buys enough time. No defuse available.
No.
And that's gonna be the end of the game.
It's a nice map though.
Zeta
That was fun.
Division, Sugar Zero
Nicely
just
done from
with
Zeta.
the patience
2-1.
for it, closes out the final map 13-8.
Bro, what was that clip at the
And
end?
a really
Holy.
interesting final map in terms of both.